Hello everybody, my name is Ratnos, and welcome to a quick look at the first boss of the new raid. This is called Kazzara the Hellforged. I'll put links to our logs from this pull in the description as well. I was playing Guardian Druid for this test because I wanted to see how the set bonus would perform. It actually did quite a lot of my healing as well. It did a solid 25% of my healing on this pull. So this boss has a couple of different mechanics. That tank mechanic there, Terror Claws, it's kind of like the Razageth tank mechanic. It's a dot and a physical damage taken increase. It's a magic dot and a physical damage taken increase. Pretty easy to just swap on one, although you can also live quite a few stacks of it. So we were just, yeah, you can see Snap's health bar there, getting nuked, and he was taking 2. And we were just testing, so not really taunting as much and using our battle reses on our tanks to see how many they could actually live on this. The other part of this fight is you get these pools, right? You can see this like rift here. And in order to get this rift taken care of, the rift doesn't actually do anything, but you get these lasers that chase players. And you can see the lasers, beam in the ground. And what happens is if you kite one into a rift, it goes away. So the rift goes away and the laser goes away as well. So that's what you're supposed to do with this mechanic. On Heroic, that's kind of all there is to it, is just don't stand in the laser. Don't stand in this rift that I'm standing in right now. It doesn't really do anything if you do, but that's what you're not supposed to do. And then the laser was chasing somebody, right? You can see he's got an arrow over his head, and he's just running over and trying to kite it into a puddle. People are kiting their lasers into puddles, and then the puddle goes away, and the laser goes away. The mechanics cancel out. Other than that, the boss just does this breath. The boss also has a mechanic sort of like the last boss of Azure Vault, except instead of 75, 50, and 25, it's like 80, 60, and 40, where it will take off chunks of its armor and start doing this Hellsteel Carnage thing that you can see there. So now the boss has even less armor, and the mechanics now start doing more numbers, right? You got more copies of these lasers, more of these rifts as well, more kind of periodic damage happening on the raid as well. The boss is sort of pulsing damage, and the frequency of those pulses goes up as the boss's armor starts getting taken away, and you can see, oh no, the boss is like leaking fire. And I think that's the biggest thing about this boss is it looks really cool. This whole red, purple, shadow flame vibe is present throughout the whole raid. It looks like it's really much the theme of this raid is Shadow Flame, and I think it looks really good. I think that this boss looks really good, and the mechanics on it look really good, and I'm excited to play this tier visually compared to, there's some tiers where the colors are not as exciting, but this one, the mechanics are this rare combination of aesthetically nice looking and also readable to your eyes, so you can see where there's a swirly. There's some fights where it's like, oh, this is really pretty, but I can't see if I'm standing in the fire or not. Here it's both, and that I think is a really exciting characteristic of the raid so far. But this is a first boss, so it's normal, especially on Heroic. I guess it is common. I shouldn't use the word normal. It is common on Heroic to have first bosses be very simple, even on Mythic to have first bosses be relatively simple, right? Think about Aranog. It's a boss with a few mechanics that, particularly on Mythic, are going to be lethal. The Mythic mechanic for this fight seems to be something about how the lasers can't touch the lines from other lasers as well, so you'll have to be a little bit more cognizant of where you're moving it. But other than that, it was pretty much just, attack the boss and it will die, and welcome to the raid. Congratulations, thank you for being here. So that was what this fight was about. Again, if you're interested in seeing some logs, I'll put the link to those in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.